Queen said no. And now the Charity Commission is saying no. Dr. Chandauka said no. Netflix is saying no. Spotify is saying no, 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 no. Well. Finally, the Charity Commission came up with a finding which is incredibly telling for Prince Harry. Not very good news for his brand or Meghan Markle, who was hoping to get her claws into Sentebale. Let's face it, since this man married Meghan Markle, he hadn't been back to Lesotho for 6 years. And the only reason why he went back is because he was desperately trying to trademark Sentebale in the United States for his and his wife's profit. Nothing about his mother's legacy other than exploitation. And I am glad of the outcome of this because, finally justice is or karma is catching up to him, guys. And let's get into this because there's quite a few little tidbits that the press left out that we should really talk about. But I, for one, feel vindicated because, sometimes his actions are so terrible. His behavior and his wife's behavior are so terrible that even the legacy of Princess Diana is suffering because of their actions. Beautiful people, if you're new to the channel, thank you for joining in and subscribing. If you've always watched me, I'm very grateful. And please don't forget to click like, share, and subscribe. It does wonders to the channel. Siri is losing weight, finally. And we're all good to go. But I find that incredible because Prince Harry actually was St. James Palace who formed or created Sentebale for Harry because they were trying to get him out of the country, out of the UK, because of all the scandals of Eton that they cheated in order to give him a passing grade for him to join Sandhurst. His behavior was out of control. The drugs things exploded, and then we had the anti-Semitic things, and then it's one thing after another with this man, which is no wonder why he ended up with a person like Meghan Markle, because decent girls probably said, you know what, this is not for me, this is not working out, I want a man who is a man. And now, of course, what do we have? We have Prince Harry reprimanded for crisis at Charity. Duke of Sussex loses battle for control of Sentebale as watchdog criticizes him for his part in damaging bullying row. Yeah, we have that. And the article goes on to say that the Duke of Sussex has lost his battle for control of the charity he set up in his mother's memory as a watchdog criticized him for his part in a damaging bullying row. A Charity Commission investigation into the affair has found problems with Sentebale's governance and rebuked all parties involved for allowing the spat to play out in public, but ruled that Dr. Chandauka and the current board could remain in place, meaning she has emerged victorious. What is really telling to me is the following. Dr. Chandauka is not the one who made this thing public first. Harry committed a horrible act because Dr. Chandauka did the interview because she, like the rest of the world, found out that Harry was quitting and that other prince were quitting because they did a public statement. They didn't even bother to get into a meeting. So in a way, they're trying to save face for Harry by blaming everybody.
I'm going to give you a really good example. The only reason I'm here, Trevor, is because at some point on Tuesday, Prince Harry authorized the release of a damaging piece of news to the outside world without informing me, or my country directors, or my executive director. And can you imagine what that attack has done for me, on me, and the 540 individuals in the Sentebale organizations and their family? That is an example of harassment and bullying at scale.
Dr. Chandauka had every right to defend her reputation because unlike Prince Harry, she was not born with that huge platform. Okay, she has had to work. Yes, she comes from a wealthy family, but she has had to work for it. And there's no comparison between the royal family's platform and her platform. Okay. And then, of course, we have Harry the wanker. The prince is said to be utterly devastated, guys, but what he regards as a hostile takeover of the charity, and has signaled that his split from Sentebale is now permanent. Actually, he was banned, guys. It's like, you haven't signaled anything. You're out of it. You're out of here. I beat your ginger butt. Nothing against gingers, by the way. Don't leave me comments about that I'm trashing gingers. I'm saying specifically to his. Had the commission launched a statutory inquiry into Sentebale, there would have been pressure on the chairman to leave, paving the way for Prince Harry to return. But the fact that the watchdog decided that was unnecessary and allowed her to stay means there is now no way back for him. In other words, he can't return. He can't return, guys. And then what does he do? Does he go quietly? No. Prince Harry, of course, does not go quietly because he's such an arrogant prick. I'm sorry I'm saying that, but it's true. He's a narcissist who deserves Meghan Markle. He hit back at the commission's findings, saying its investigation had fallen troublingly short and that the consequences of Dr. Chandauka's actions will not be borne by her, but by the children who rely on Sentebale's support. Keep in mind that this man hadn't been back for 6 years to Lesotho. Okay? It is a bitter blow for the Duke, who set up the charity with Prince Seiso of Lesotho to continue the work of Harry's late mother, Diana, Princess of Wales, by supporting children with HIV/AIDS. I don't know if many of you know that, but it was actually Dr. Chandauka, along with St. James Palace, who set up the charity. Dr. Sophie Chandauka was one of the first people who set up this organization, not Harry. Harry, even now at 40 years old, is a nobody who can't even tie his shoes, who was thinking of providing content for Netflix is how to watch him make hot chocolate. That says it all. Even City knows how to make hot chocolate and has better ideas than Harry. Okay? So to me, it is incredibly telling that, the Charities Commission are trying to save face for Harry. They're trying to give him a way for him to shut up, go away by blaming all the parties, when that is not really the case, in my very humble opinion. Okay? Because the charity wanted to push her out because she found out that he was trying to trademark, along with Meghan Markle, Sentebale in the United States for profit. And then Harry carries on the spat in his statement. And let's not forget that polo game, how they made Dr. Chandauka embarrassingly go under the thing with Meghan Markle, the trophy, because Meghan Markle could not have her on the other side of Harry. She had to be as far away from Harry and made her go under the trophy. That was a mess. It looked bad. It was created by Meghan Markle. It was a self-inflicted wound. But no, it had to be Dr. Chandauka had to apologize to Meghan Markle for something that Meghan Markle did.
With these additional amazing people, we're excited about it. We would have been really excited had we known ahead of time, but we didn't. And so the choreography went badly on stage because we had too many people on stage. The international press captured this, and there was a lot of talk about the Duchess and the choreography on stage and whether she should have been there and her treatment of me. With these,
if you can make that make sense, please leave it in the comments, because I would very much like to know what is the excuse for that. Okay, so now Harry, who's bitching and moaning, says, in a statement, a spokesman for the Duke said, Sentebale has been a deeply personal and transformative mission for Prince Harry, established to serve some of the most vulnerable children in Lesotho and Botswana. Yeah, Kiki was being one of them, the one that you dumped and abandoned and you promised to serve. In his response to the report, the Duke continued the public spat, but describing Sentebale as a once brilliant charity. How would he know? He didn't create it. That had helped more than 100,000 children, no thanks to him, during his time as patron. He was just the figurehead. Then everybody else was doing the work. He said he would now focus on finding new ways to continue supporting the children of Lesotho and Botswana. How about showing up once in a while? A friend of the prince said he could not now see any way the prince could ever return to Sentebale. No, Sentebale does not want him back. Let's not forget that in the interview, Dr. Chandauka complained about her treatment by Prince Harry. She accused him of misogyny and misogynoir, right? Now, it's really interesting that the Charity Commission found that there was really not a widespread evidence of misogyny and misogynoir, but they can understand. They said that they did find valid reasons for people to feel that way, because of the actions of Prince Harry. This man should, if he were not a prince, flipping burgers at McDonald's would be too much. Okay? Because this guy is an embarrassment to anybody. I don't even understand. I mean, and people are still feeling sorry for Harry. I don't feel sorry for him. Okay, I feel bad for the people that have to suffer because of him. And what is really interesting is that the Charity Commission is like, all of you guys behave badly for making it public. But they don't want to say, well, Harry made it public and a woman had to defend herself, which it in itself to me is a form of abuse and bullying. Dr. Chandauka was very clear that she found out that he had quit along with the rest of the board with the letter that Harry did, which is an MO that they do because they did it to the Queen. They posted on Instagram or on SussexRoyal.com their plan of actions. They didn't notify anybody. We're going to do this. And that's what it is. They were trying to railroad everybody into getting what they wanted. The Queen said no. And now the Charity Commission is saying no. Dr. Chandauka said no. Netflix is saying no. Spotify is saying no, 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 no. But I would like the world to specifically say no to Harry. Because I'm fed up of his ginger ass. I mean, how can this man have a platform, guys, who doesn't do any good, who's now a grifter, just as bad as his uncle Andrew, you know? And I wonder how long, and now he's the victim. Now he couldn't shut up. He had to issue a statement condemning the Charities Commission because how dare you mix him with the rest of the people. Can you make that make sense? Let's not forget Dr. Chandauka is a badass lady, well-educated, who worked really hard to get where she was. Yes, she's wealthy, but wealth doesn't give you a platform. You have to work for it. You have to earn a reputation. You have to earn respect, which is something that Harry does not have. And he takes for granted, and his entitlement is showing. This guy's showing he's banned. He's no longer wanted. He has squandered all the goodwill from people. I mean, the Princess Diana cow has run dry. There's no more to milk from Princess Diana. Kiki, the girl with AIDS. How long is this man going to be allowed to do this? Please leave me your comments, because in a way I feel that slowly but surely we're inching our way and Harry's got his smackdown. That's what happened. The Charity Commission gave Harry a huge smackdown. And Siri and I, for once, are aligned in that. So please let me know what you think, beautiful people. And if you like the video, please don't forget to click like, share, and of course, subscribe. Subscribe.